Well, Sheboygan, how's it hanging, YouTube? You know this game, right? Link to the Past for SNES. This opening rainy night is pretty damn iconic, ain't it? But what if I told you you can make it last the whole game? Not only that, it's doable on the original version of the game, the original US release. No Game Genie or hacking or mods required. Just some jump and save glitches, bomb jumps, and a very tricky potion glitch at the end. I've been trying to complete this for over 15 years, and I'm excited to finally share a completed route with you guys. But just a heads up, this walkthrough does assume that you are pretty familiar with the regular game. And I'll try to explain some of the more technical details of all this later on, but anyways, let's jump right into it. First things first, we need to play through the game normally until you get to this chest here. Do not open this chest or you will not be able to get the red boomerang. Don't worry, we'll be getting it in just a minute. First, we need that big key. Ah, there it is. Now, don't be getting Zelda. I know it's fun to take her on an adventure through Hyrule, and maybe I'll do a video on that next time, but having her with you limits the items you can get, so let's just leave her behind and head back to the first ledge we can jump off of, which is this one. Hit select midair and save. This is the jump and save glitch. It'll be the main exploit we'll be abusing. Now, here's the kinda tough part. If you have save states, now is the time to use them. You need to get to the first room of basement 1 in the castle without getting hit. Every single time. Getting hit or bonking with the dash boots will either activate the glitch or disable it depending on the room you're in. Alright, now that we're here, go ahead and get hit by this guard to activate the glitch. Now would be a good time to save state. Just follow my route here. I'll speed up a tiny bit for you. We're gonna be going to the Village of Outcasts. It's actually a lot easier to go straight down to go to Kakariko, but that's what I used to do. But by following this route, you can get ether along the way if it's there, and also get the red boomerang, a heart piece, and some money. This is what's known as the exploration zone here. It's every dungeon and a few houses on one map. There's actually 2 exploration zones, but there's no current uses for the second one as far as I know. Wink. It's interesting to explore though. But anyways, this is where ether would normally show up. I have no idea why it sometimes doesn't show up, but you know, there's a backup method to grab it, but we're not going to use that because that can soft lock us later. So we're just going to come back later for ether. I'll show you how when that time comes. Anyways, let's head over to let's head over to Thieves Town. Alright, here we are at Blind's Dungeon. We're just gonna hop out and leave. Grr. First things first, we need some money. You'll notice the glitch light world sprites in the dark world. That's normal. Look out for this glitchy lady here. She'll call the cops on you and lock the door, and then we can't get our money.
Money. Yeah.
Alright, now that we have the 300, let's go to the other side. Again, watch out for the glitchy ladies that call the cops on you. And here we are at the chess mini game. The save state's definitely coming in clutch here. We're gonna want the heart piece and a bomb.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And we take our little bomb over to this hut down south. Normally this just gives you money. However, if you didn't get the normal boomerang, it'll give you the red boomerang here for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're done here, so leave and go back and just turn the village into a strange looking Kakariko. Yeah, that's also normal. Anyways, time for an item hunt. We're gonna want this bottle, this bug net, the heart piece and the Kakariko well over here. Get some bombs while we're at it. The heart piece in Blind's house, and the heart piece in the Lost Woods. If you're wondering where the mushroom is, it's in the dark world. We'll get it later. Anyways, let's grab that heart container from the sanctuary and head off to the first dungeon. And isn't it just nice, empty, rainy overworld? This is the best. This is why I play it like this. Alright, now that we're at the Eastern Palace, let's fucking just beat it normally. You know, it's normal, so yeah. Cool, we got the heart heart container and pennant. We can go to Sarsaparilla and get those boots. Oh yes, finally. It's gonna make it so much less painful. Alright. Well, before we head back to the castle, there's 2 more items we're gonna get. This heart piece in the pile of rocks next to the sanctuary, and the Book of Modora. Book of Modora in the library south of Kakariko. Alright, let's head back up to Kakariko Well and do a little jump and save. You know what that means? That's right. You get to go all the way back to the basement without getting hit. It's gonna be fun when I finally try this on a Super Nintendo. Oof. Anyways, for now, let's just abuse those save states. Also, we can use the dash boots now instead of taking damage. Yay! Anyways, our next target is Hera's Tower. It's pretty close and easy to navigate to compared to our first stop. Just follow my route. It's nice to have dash boots, but I'm still gonna speed it up a tiny bit. Now that we're at the Tower of Hera, we can just start climbing. The game thinks we're still in the castle, and we grabbed the big key, so, you know, let's get that moon pearl. Ooh, those camera angles, though. Yeah. Alright, that's how we do it. But yeah, beating the boss while the game thinks you're in the castle will give you an ether instead of a pendant. Which sounds nice, considering the pendant is pretty much useless to us and the ether didn't drop earlier, but I'm pretty sure not having the pendant is what was soft-locking a lot of my Dark World boss fights back in my test runs. So we're gonna want to re-enter and climb all the way back up and get that pendant. Go. Cool. Anyways, 2 quick heart pieces before we go back to the castle. This one down here. And then we step into the portal, and there it is for the taking. There's no convenient ledges nearby, so let's just save and quit and just jump off this ledge here in the castle real quick. Alright, now back to the basement without getting hit. You know what? Let's go grab the red cane real quick. It's quick and easy. Just like me, am I right? Also, let's go for that ether. You know? We missed it on the way there, so let's just go grab that. I'm kind of cheating here, but you're gonna have to just wiggle it through. Alright. Now, anyways, back up to the Swamp Palace or whatever the hell it's called. Just be sure not to be in the corner when you pop out, otherwise you'll get stuck. I'm kind of freestyling it here. Alright, cool. We're here. Ignore the torches since we already have the big key, and backtrack to the big chest. Be sure not to grab any keys along the way. Alright, got it. Now let's just do a jump and save over here, and back to the basement again. Alright, now our next target is the hammer in the Palace of Darkness. It's quite a walk away. If you can find a shorter path, go for it, but the exploration zone is full of a lot of strange twists and turns. You can end up with sprites disabled, or your camera messed up, or even crash your game. This route might be tedious, but it's safe, I think. I might as well take this moment to try to explain what Phase 1 is. Phase 1 of the game is, you know, the rainy night, which ends as soon as Zelda is brought to the sanctuary. And, you know, there's hardly any sprites in the overworld, and the Dark World is filled with glitched Light World sprites. That's what it is. That's what makes a lot of the items really hard to get, or just straight up impossible. It took me over 15 years, probably almost 2 decades, to finally beat the game like this. No flippers meant no hookshot, that was the missing piece that took me so long to get. Alright, right here you're going to want to use this hole to line yourself up in the center, and now just go straight up. Don't deviate. or anything like that, you need to line up with some stairs. Yeah, you can hear Link jump out right here, but he's still invisible. That's okay. Now, if you're in the center, you can climb those stairs. And there you are. Now, the game will soft lock if we try to beat the boss right now, so let's just go for the hammer. It'll be just a bit different from, your normal playthrough, but I'm sure you'll manage. Hey, before you get the hammer, make sure you don't have any extra keys on you.
Yeah.
Alright, now that we got the hammer, we're gonna save and quit. You know what that means? That's right. Jump and save, and get to the basement without taking damage. Alright, now we're going to the Triforce room. Why, you might be asking? I mean, there's plenty of videos on YouTube showing you how to do this, but the reason that we're doing it is so that we can spawn on top of the pyramid on the Dark World, and that's how we're going to be getting to the desert. Alright, here we are. Let's just fast forward through all of this. Yeah, the glitchy ending is funny, but let's save that for later when we've actually completed the game. Alright, now it's safe to restart. Go ahead and load your save file up, and yep, there he is. That's the Glitch God. Back when I started doing this a long time ago, it was my goal to slay the Glitch God with the Tempered Sword, which we'll do eventually, but, we can do so much more. Not gonna go for that heart piece, because it's not there. We're gonna cross the bridge, which is why we need the hammer. Let's just grab this free heart piece in the swamp down here and get right back to business. Oof, look at this hot mess. Anyways, he gives you the shovel, so we can save and quit, and do our jump and save, head to the basement, and then take the short and easy route to Kakariko. Just be sure not to get hit by these little slime blobs. They're invisible, but you can still hear them. Just don't stop moving, you won't have anything to worry about. It's kind of an improv path here. It's a little different than it used to be, but we're gonna hop out here at this dude's house. His name is Ben, by the way. And we're off to go dig up the flute.
Bye, have a great time.
Now, you're probably wondering, since there's hardly any sprites in the Light World overworld during Phase 1, what are the odds that the flute is still buried there? And I wish I could express to you the excitement I felt as an adolescent first discovering all this on a fiery mushroom trip, but I digress. By some minor miracle, the flute is there, so we take it to the statue, and we get our bird. Hell yeah, that's my jam. Finally! Now we don't need to rely so heavily on the jump and save glitch. I'm just kidding, sorry, that was a bad joke. Anyways, let's go here. Get the ice rod. As well as this heart piece in Agina's cave in the desert. Alright, and let's beat the desert like we normally do. Getting the power glove in the process. And now that we've finally gotten the power glove, we can enter this portal north of Kakariko. Before we head to Skull Woods, let's do some shopping. We can get the red shield from this hidden little shop east of the village of Outcasts, since I currently don't know how to glitch into Turtle Rock to get the mirror shield, so this will definitely come in handy. But yeah, let's make our way to Skull Woods, and let's get that big key, and we get the fire rod. Hey, let's grab the mushroom while we're here. Just watch out for this bully as you exit this door. He's gonna be our worst nightmare later on, but we'll get back to that. Just swing your sword and corral him into the door for safety. Let's just open this up now. We'll be coming right back here, but before we do, we need to arm the jump and jump and save glitch. So let's go ahead and come around here to grab this mushroom, and let's save and quit. So since there's no ledges. Alright, we're going to arm the jump and save glitch from the castle main room, but instead of activating the glitch in the castle basement, we're going to go on a little walk. As soon as you're outside, use the flute to head to Kakariko, and then head to the warp portal. This is where it gets tricky. Remember, save states are your friend. You need to get all the way into that door we just burned out without getting hit, and that includes the bully that ambushes you as soon as you exit this door. Now that we've safely made it in here, quickly activate the glitch and move to the right to avoid the hand. Yeah, he's not always there, but you know, when he is, he can still get you when you're invisible. We're going to be going on a bit of a journey, so let me tell you why we had to go all that way to activate the glitch. I mean, if you can find an easier way in the Dark World to activate the glitch, I'd love to know about it, but anyways, if we enter the exploration zone from the Dark World and exit in the Light World, this causes world confusion. You've already seen it once before at the beginning of this playthrough. It only lasts for one screen until you transition, and it has some interesting effects. I'll let the results speak for themselves. We jump out here in this bat cave and we exit to the dwarf's hut. The colors and Dark World music let us know that some shit ain't right. But anyways, start jumping shirt man. So we save and quit and go back to Light World, but wait. He's still a frog? It's okay. We can fix this. Just go into any warp portal to change him back, and then save and quit. Okay, time to finally get that tempered sword. Yeah. Anyways, let's get those Titans mitts. There's probably a way to get the mitts before the power glove, but we're already here. Let's jump and save and head to the basement. You remember that first route we took? The very first one? We'll be taking that same route, so I'm gonna save some time and skip it. Okay, here we are at Blindstown, or whatever. And we have the big key from the castle, so no need to go through all that weird maze. But yeah, just be sure to head upstairs and downstairs again, otherwise the conveyor belt room won't work for some reason. So yeah, grab the mitts, save and quit, and let's use the flute to get some stuff real quick. The magic cape, the heart piece in the Misery Mire area room, and this Dark World heart piece with the pegs. Now, you're probably wondering why I haven't gotten the mirror yet, and that'll be the second half of this playthrough. I'd probably better I explain it then, but we got one more heart piece to grab. Let's do the jump and save glitch and head to Harris Tower. Now that we're outside, we're gonna head to Turtle Rock and head into the portal. Shame we can never get Quake in this walkthrough, but I'll find a way in there some days. Anyways, let's head to the Hookshot Cave here. You can use Ether if you don't know the path, but it's not too crazy. We don't even need the mirror for this one, it's just right there. Oh yeah. Might as well get the blue cane while we're here. There's fairies in the cave we just came from, and you got a cape, so if you've been following along, it should be no sweat. Alright, speaking of the mirror, if we really wanted to do true Phase 1 only playthrough, we would skip the mirror, get anything else we can, and head to Ganon's Tower, climb up, and finish the game. Problem is, you need the hook shot, and I haven't been able to get the clip to work. The same YouTuber that showed me how to get the hook shot also managed to do it another way using just one bottle. I couldn't get that one to work because I couldn't get the clip to work, and I need 2 bottles to make the other one work, and for that I need the mirror. And, well, getting the mirror doesn't exactly take you out of Phase 1, but kinda does at the same time. I'm not sure, you'll see what I mean. Anyways, you can't just go straight to the old man with the gloves or the flute. Most of the time he'll just walk off the screen and soft lock the game.
Bye, have a great time.
But a GameFAQs user named Amazing Ampharos clued me on how to get it to work. As well as mirror wriggling and a lot of other stuff. This wouldn't have been possible if it weren't for GameFAQs message board and Amazing Ampharos specifically. That was over a decade ago, but I just wanted to give a quick shout out. Anyways, try it normally if you want, but if it doesn't work, exploration zone time. We're going to be going to the Tower of Hera, but we need to make a stop along the way. For some reason, walking over Helmasaur's room makes it so the old man doesn't softlock your game after giving you the mirror. So we're just gonna walk past his room here real quick. And walk back real quick and head to the Tower of Hera and right out the exit. There we go. Now with the mirror, there'll be even less need to jump and save. I'm sorry, I'll stop joking about that. Anyways, let's learn how to warp wiggle. We're gonna be getting another bottle. You notice the bottle salesman is in this pool of water, but not to worry, just one pixel at a time until it won't let you get away with clipping to the wall anymore, and just come in from the other side and bam, you're in. Easy peasy. Now that we know the basics, let's use the wiggle to get us another heart piece. You'll notice this heart piece that's normally in the desert is inaccessible in the dark world, but not to worry, we got the wiggle. This one, you gotta kind of go diagonally though, so you just kind of...
Bruh.
Alright, now. Pull up.
Bruh.
Okay, there we go. Easy peasy, right? Now, there's 3 more easy heart pieces to get with the mirror. Over... here. Here. And here. And that's all the possible heart pieces. Nice. Let's go get Bombos. Ah, geez, we're starting at the sanctuary now and the priest dude is dead. Yeah, it's world confusion time. And the easiest way to do this is to start from the Skull Woods room and go to the Kakariko Village well. We're gonna have to walk all this way for most of our jump and save glitches from now on anyways. Oof. Watch out for that bully. And let's flip some worlds. Just head straight right.
So what's the paper say about tomorrow?
Another scorcher.
Cool.
And then once you get to this room, head straight up. And you're there. Once you're on the outside, use the flute to warp to the desert. Just remember that you're still in world confusion mode, and it's going to flip as soon as you screen transition. So let's take advantage of that. And we're going to need to do some mirror wiggling for this one. Remember, save states are your friend. This part is tricky sometimes. I remember having to reset a million times when I was doing this on the Wii back in the day. Now this guy right here, he needs a name. I'm gonna call him Mevis. Unless you guys can think of a better name, I'm gonna call him Mevis, God of Teeth. Anyways, all hail our new toothy overlord, but we're gonna go ahead and use a book to kill Mevis. Rest in peace, Mevis, and whatever that crab vulture thing was.
Yeah.
Time to get the magic powder. This isn't too tricky. Make your way into the witch's hut into the dark world. Use the mirror in the doorway right here. Equip the mushroom and stand where the witch is gonna be and spam the Y button like mad. There's a small window that'll let you give the mushroom to the witch, and after that just walk in and grab it. Now that we have that, let's get to the bat cave and get our magic haft. Yee.
What are you doing?
You're my business.
Alright, just as a warning, sometimes when you beat a Dark World boss, you get soft locked. I don't know why that is, to be honest, but, you know, sorry, you've been warned. Anyways, time to revisit some Dark World dungeons and kill some bosses. Let's start with the Palace of Darkness. First, we're going to need to jump in the Skull Woods and take a new route back to that room with the holes to line ourselves up. And we line ourselves up and head straight up into the Mimic Room. We're going to want to walk out of the dungeon, but don't press up. If you do, you won't be able to get back in. Wait a sec, then press down to head back in. If you hold down and go right back in, the game will think you're still in the Skull Woods for some reason. Anyways, let's head to that boss. I hope you didn't grab any keys last time we were here, because now you're going to have to figure this one out. Have fun. Anyways, now that we've killed the boss, let's go kill Mothra. Skullwoods is easy. Just don't pick up that extra key in the room before the bully. We're going to need that later for the hook shot. Slaying the moth with the carrot sword. Alright, now Misery Mire, you can just ether and dash bump your way into. But you really should do this after the Ice Palace, but I think it's more fun like this, maybe. Alright, now before we go to the Ice Palace, make sure your money is maxed out and you have a blue potion. This is by far the biggest headache of the playthrough. So go ahead and activate that jump and save glitch, and let's get ready to get really intimate with ice physics. We pop out in this conveyor belt room, and we grab this key over here. And we don't want to do the bomb jump here because I don't feel like being that much of a tryhard, and you probably don't either. But we need to go through this door here, but we don't have a key. Ugh. Well, let's grab that blue mail. Well, let's grab that blue mail and let's go find us some keys. Alright, now that we have our keys, we get spit out into this lovely room. And we're forced to do a bomb jump to get out of here. This one is a lot easier to do though. You just line up like this and Alright, now we go back out through here, avoiding as many keys as we can, especially that big key. Alright, if you have an extra key by the time you're at the entrance, don't worry about it. It just unlocks a crystal switch that can be bypassed by the cane, but this little blooper dude here, if, you know, when you kill him to open the door and he drops a key, just don't grab it. You'll be able to grab it when you come right back in. Cool, now that we're finally outside, let's use the mirror and get some upgrades. I hate how long this takes. Unfortunately, we can't get all the upgrades in one go. If we want all of them, which I do, we're gonna have to make another trip after we beat this dungeon.
We have to go back!
Anyways, back into this nightmare of a dungeon. There we go. But hey, you know what? Super bomb. Pyramid. Thick mommy. Sparkle arrows. Butter sword. Anyways, let me just let me just finish those upgrades. Cool. There we go. Now, I wish I knew there was a way into Turtle Rock, but, you know, we can't get Quake in Phase 1, so now it's time for the final piece of the puzzle, the hook shot. This was not easy to do, and I don't look forward to trying to do this on an actual Super Nintendo, but to pull this off, we're going to need 2 green potions. Alright, now we go back, avoid the bully. And let's go down this hole here in Skullwoods and activate the star switch. Alright, now we're back in this room, and we finally grab that key under the skull and open the door. Now for the really hard part. First time I did this, I had to use save states constantly and even slow the game down to get this to work. You need to take that green potion on the exact frame the transition happens to get it to work. This will mess up the camera and it allows you to travel around in funny ways. I'm still new to this, so bear with me as I try to avoid this hole. I'm still new to this, so bear with this hole here. Try to avoid this hole. I'm still new to this, so bear with me as I this hole here. This hole here.
What are you doing?
Go down through this door and right back up. Okay, bear with me as I... And now that we're in the water temple, we're gonna have to pull off another potion glitch. This one's even harder. Again, this is all doable on original hardware. I never said it was gonna be easy. Oh, we gotta burn some magic. Okay, this one is way harder. Bear with me here. And hell yeah, there we go. You'll see that color transition pop off when you got it right. Yes, there it is. The holy grail of this run. Boing.
You're my present this year.
Shout out to Blank 42 for making videos on how to do this and other glitches. Now that we have this, we can finally make the ascent of Ganon's tower. But first, a commercial break.
I cannot live another day without air conditioning.
Says tomorrow's gonna be hotter.
Hotter?
Like yesterday.
Yesterday? Yesterday you said you'd call Sears.
I'll call today.
You call now.
I'll call now.
You call now.
I'll call today.
You call now.
Now's the time to save on Sears installed central air conditioning. Get 0% billing and no payment plan. Call now for a free Kenmore air conditioning system. State-of-the-art engineering means satisfaction guarantee. And you know Sears will be there to back it up, back it up, back it up. Get with Sears.
So what's the paper say about...
I'll call today.
You call now.
I'll call now.
So what's the paper say about...
Another scorcher.
Cool.
Alright, I hope you got some fucking nostalgia out of that. Anyways, it's time for Ganon's tower. We're ready. Glitch is armed. Let's do this. Bam. Alright, there we go. Easy. Now, don't go outside though. Since the game thinks you're in the castle, those mini bosses will actually give you heart containers. Hell yeah. We can skip the big key and go right for that red mail. Yeah. That's right. Oh yeah, it's time for a climbing Mount House.
Every day it gets a little harder, but with every monster we face, we get a little stronger. Looking back on those good old days, young and not a care in the world. But now it's time to put our skills to the test. To show them all that we're the very best. We will never give in. Fight just to stay alive. We will always be together, and together we will survive. We will not falter. Together we hold the line, and together we will survive. Every day is a test of survival. Together our strength combines, shines a light in the dark. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. If we can hold on long enough to survive, we will never give in. Fight just to stay alive. We will always be together, and together we will survive. We will not falter. Together we hold the line. We will always stay together, and together we will survive. And together we will survive. We will survive. Stay with me tonight. Stay alive.
Alright, we're here. Damn, it feels so good to open that chest after doing this phase 1 shit for almost 2 decades. We don't even need to go back outside and reset the dungeon. Let's go play some tennis. And dead. Good fun stuff. Now,
What are you doing?
You're my present this year.
there he goes. Now, I might need to restock before this battle. Ah, shit, I forgot about the glitch god. He's gonna knock me in there, isn't he? Damn it. I should have seen that coming. Fuck it, let's just finish this. I'll deal with that fucker later. You guys have seen this fight a million times, right? I think the video gone on long enough. I'm still new to this, so bear. Let's just grab the Triforce and, yeah, you know what? We're not gonna watch the glitchy ending. If you want to see it, go watch the playthrough video I'm gonna upload right after this. Hey, you know what though? I think I almost forgot something. There we go. That feels like closure. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye. And then I said, yeah!
Hey, listen.
You should have been gone!